Hello, I am Lamarr Townsend, and in this video I will be talking about the correct way to burn sage. So let's talk about sage really quickly first of all. Sage is actually an herb that many people used to cook with. You can cook with sage. I don't necessarily recommend cooking with this type of sage. This type of sage is usually used for like smudging, cleansing a space, but you can use sage as an herb. You can buy it at the grocery store. I bought this actually at an organic grocery store, but once again, it's an organic grocery store that kind of has a metaphysical section. So I got this in the metaphysical section, and usually like the herb that you cook with sage tends to be, I think, a little bit more softer and grounded. Usually it's grounded. Kind of like a pepper consistency. Sometimes you'll find it in different consistencies, but usually when it comes to the smudging sage, it comes in a stick like this. And sage, when it comes to smudging, first of all, sage in general is usually really good for cleansing, alright, removing any impurities, whether in the body, if you're consuming it, or in the air. That's why people smudge, because sage is actually a really good antibacterial, a really good cleanser in terms of just energies, negative vibes, and things like that. One thing about sage is that it cleanses all energy, so it's going to cleanse the positive and the negative. So it's important to put some positivity back in the atmosphere. That's why I have cinnamon here, because cinnamon promotes positivity, and we're going to burn the two together, and I'm going to show you how I do that. But yeah, like I was saying, sage is an herb that is generally used to cleanse, alright? It does cleanse a space, alright? So people will use it if they feel like they have bad vibes in their home, or in their apartment, or in their work environment, alright? People will generally burn sage to ward off negative energies and to clear the energy and things of that nature. It's also why people eat sage. It cleanses your body and things like that. It also is really good at cleansing your sinuses, whether you burn it as an herb, smudging, or you eat it. Like I said, it's good for cleansing the air, like any impurities in the air, bacteria, viruses. Sage is going to get rid of those things. So it's also good for just general overall well-being and health, which is why you'll find it in many good well-being health stores and things of that nature. So, I'm pretty sure you can find sage at like Whole Foods and stuff like that. So, that's a little bit about sage and why many people use sage to smudge their spaces and cleanse their spaces and cleanse their energies. You'll find a lot of witches, herbalists, tarot readers, psychic, astrologers like myself. I'm a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, I'm an astrologer, and I'm an energy channeler. So it's so important that, someone like me always have sage around to keep the energies pure and clear, because the energies can get mucked up really quickly, especially if you're consider yourself a witch and you do candle work or spells or something like that. You want to make sure that the energy is clear in your home or in your space wherever you do your energy work. If you're a Reiki healer or something like that, because energies fester and linger, so we have to make sure that we are keeping the energies in our space clear, and that's what sage does. So that's my little spiel about sage, and I'm going to show you the correct way to burn it, because many people actually burn sage, and I just need to go find my lighter really quickly and pour this out. Okay. I'm kind of annoyed because my cat just spilled all his food everywhere and I have to clean it up now, but that's what you do when you have a cat. It's like dealing with a toddler. A 2-year-old cat at that, or a 1-year-old cat, actually. He's 1. So many people burn sage like this. This is like the most simplest form of burning sage, but if you notice, it doesn't stay lit for very long. And it's not good for like big rooms or big spaces. This is just going to probably cleanse this area, like this area that we're working with right here, and it's not going to hold the actual burn for too long. So I'm going to have to keep lighting it. I may have to even light it and put it in front of a fan to keep the light burning, but eventually this is going to either go out, or it's going to keep burning continuously, and you're going to have no way of stopping it from burning unless you dump it in water or something like that. So dealing with an actual like smudge stick can be completely exhausting, completely frustrating, and you sometimes end up losing money. Like sometimes I'll burn this, like I'll be doing this during readings and I'll burn it and it'll keep burning and I'll forget about it, and by the end of the day, like I don't have a sage stick anymore because it's burned completely through. So you have to be really, really careful with these sage sticks and see how it went out already, like it's not burning anymore. So actually what I like to do with my sage and how I think the correct way to burn sage is I actually use these pieces of coal that you can burn herbs on. This is the specific use of them. Once again, you can buy this generally at a organic store, a wealth and wellness store, a botanica, a metaphysical shop, or a magic shop, anywhere where they sell tarot cards and crystals and stuff like that, and herbs. They tend to have this type of stuff. So this is what it looks like. Can you see? Okay, yeah. This is what it looks like. It is literally just a piece of coal. Alright, but the great thing about the coal is that I'm gonna just rip a little bit of sage off of the stick. And you can actually rip the sage off these sticks. When you burn it, you can do that. You can actually put the sage and the part of the coal that, and usually these things have indentions in them where you can put stuff in it to burn, but that's generally how the right way to burn sage is actually getting one of these pieces of coal and just ripping or cutting. Maybe you have a sharp knife. I don't have a sharp knife. I need to buy some from probably Bed Bath & Beyond, or something like that, or a cutlery shop. But it's that easy. So I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to take this off so that we can actually burn the coal. But what I do, and I've shown you this, how to do this in my cinnamon video, is because the coal gets hot at the bottom first, because that's where we're going to light it first, I actually like to put some cinnamon at the bottom. Now let's talk about what you should actually burn these things on. You have to be very careful of what you burn these things on. You do not want to burn these coals on wood. You do not want to burn these coals on thin glass. As a matter of fact, I would refrain from using glass in general because glass gets very hot very easily, no matter whether it's really thick or thin. But if you're going to use glass, use a thick glass with this. Do not put this in plastic, this coal, when you burn it. I'm using a ceramic kind of jar that's specifically used for this type of thing to burn herbs. But I recommend using something ceramic because a ceramic bowl or whatever, ceramic is going to get hot. But it's really sturdy, really strong, and it's generally made for really hot things. Okay, so be very careful about that. So I'm just going to put 3 cinnamon sticks at the bottom, so that the coal has something to burn through at the bottom. Because when you deal with ceramic and coal, if you don't have anything at the bottom for this to burn through, it's not going to burn through the ceramic, so it's just going to stop burning. Alright, and you don't want that because that's a waste of coal, and once these things burn, you can't relight them, so you've just got to throw them away. So you've got to be really, really diligent about that. So now what you do is you burn the back of the 3 Kings coal, and you burn it long enough that it sparks, and when it starts sparking, that means it's ready to be used. Like that. Can you see it sparking now? Like sparking on its own. Can you see that? Yeah, you see that. Okay. I was like, I don't want it to get too hot in my... And then you just put the sage on top of the coal. Now you can also put the sage at the bottom, but because remember I was saying sage completely obliterates all energies, positive and negative, which can be a good thing actually. You really sometimes need that kind of squeaky clean cleansing of your space. But sometimes you don't want to get rid of the negative energy, so you let the sage do its work, but you also combine it with something that is a bit more positive. This is why you'll sometimes find sage smudge sticks that are mixed with lavender, or I don't know, there may be some out there that have cinnamon in them. Can you see it burning now? And that's literally how I burn sage. It saves so much product. Now, when it comes to me, like, doing tarot readings and astrology readings, I'm probably going to still use the smudge stick just to cleanse my cards. You know, in my videos, I'll have a smudge stick with me and burn it. But sometimes you just, like, sometimes you need, you know, the purposes of this, you know, just lighting it and letting it burn out really quickly. But sometimes you need that good burn, that good cleanse, that, you know, now this is going to cleanse the entirety of my living room. Not just this space that we're working in. So that's why I say this is like the best way to burn sage to really get its benefits. You know? And you can just keep piling it on. It's going to burn through really quickly. Like I said, the coal gets really hot. And you just want to be careful because sage does get really smoky. So your apartment, your living room, your home is going to get really smoked out. But sometimes that's what we want, right? We want that good saging. So now I have a little bit of a mess to clean up, but that's okay because we can just actually reuse all of this stuff. So I'm probably just gonna put this like a pile over here off camera, put it in a baggie, and then reuse it. But that's how I burn sage. I think it's the best way to actually burn it. And where can you get one of these ceramic pots? You can get these ceramic pots from, once again, a wellness store, an organic store. Alright. A Botanica. You can buy them online. I don't know what they're called, honestly. But, ooh. Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but just look for a ceramic pot you can burn herbs in, or look for, you know, a ceramic pot that you can burn sage in or something like that. Alright? That you can burn 3 king coal, or what is it called? Coal. My god. Alright, you guys, so that's how I burn my sage. That is the best way to burn sage in my opinion. It also looks really cool as well. It kind of gives the effect of like you having a fireplace, like a mini fireplace, but not really. I wish I had a fireplace, but it just makes the home really cozy, your space really cozy, and you can burn any herb that you want. But I feel like, you know, I just need a good saging in here. All right. There's been a lot of readings going on lately, and I actually have a reading to film right now for YouTube, so I'm gonna sign off. Thank you guys for listening and watching. This is the best way to burn sage in my opinion. On 3 king's coal, and in a ceramic pot. Alright, and just let it burn as long as you want. And keep in mind that the coal does burn a really long time, so you can just keep adding sage to it, and it'll keep burning. Alright, I love you guys. Thank you for listening and watching. This is how you smudge your space, and thank you for keeping in touch with me. So make sure if you want a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. Check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Purchase your reading directly from my website. You can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162, and I am available. So remember, I do astrology birth chart readings. I also do psychic tarot readings. I also do candle work, and I do have a special right now, so check out my specials all on my website. I have the New Year's special, and I'll catch you guys later. Alright, love and light, and peace.